It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 31st episode of the Family Guy Funnycast. I'm your host Sean.
I'm your other host Joe, and man, I just fucking cranked one out.
Hell yeah. Do you want?
I'll talk about it later. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was so excited I had to share.
Alright, well, I'm glad you had fun. And today we're talking about Season 3, Episode 3, Mr. Griffin Goes to Washington.
And boy, did he go to Washington, if you know what I mean.
No.
He being me, and Mr. Washington being me rubbing one out. This is stupid. This is fucking dumb. No, I'm abandoning. There's just nothing there. Like, oh, haha. The whole thing was I was going to talk about, I'm sorry, I started the episode late because I had to rub one off to Lois before we recorded. No, it's dumb.
Alright, we'll start from scratch then.
No, we're keeping this in.
Oh.
No, I'm talking straight to the viewer.
Alright, I mean, this is your bit, so like...
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's a stupid bit, because like, it's already implied by our histories with the show. Like, you listen to this show, you'll be like, oh, there's Joe talking about how sweaty he is, and it's totally just because he rubbed one off to Lois and not because it's 85 degrees in his room.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually pretty chill right now for once. It's pretty cold over here.
It's normal temperature here, but not in my room.
Damn. You got like breathable air yet, or are you guys still working on that?
Oh, I've always had breathable air. Like there was.
Oh, aren't you cool?
Yeah, no. For whatever reason, where I live was in a bubble. Like we had heat, but we didn't have the excessive heat that other nearby areas had, and smoke just went right over us. So.
Damn, you really
for once, we were pretty lucky. Yeah, it's not normally like that in regards to the smoke.
Nice.
So, where I live, not on fire yet.
That's pretty good.
Where I'm moving to might be on fire. I don't know.
Dude, I was coming down the highway on my way back from school today, and just like the brush alongside the other side of the highway was just on fire.
Really? Was it like a controlled burn?
I don't think so. It didn't. I mean, maybe, because it didn't look like a roaring fire, but there were two like distinct ends of it that were both on fire at the same time.
Whoa, that's weird. That's not a controlled burn. IMO.
Yeah, but it didn't look like it was like roaring and raging, so I don't really know what was happening. And I was right by the river too, so I don't know.
The river was fed up.
Never had enough of my shit. But yeah, anything else before we get into the episode? Specifically the plot of the episode?
No. I do feel it heating up in here, though.
Damn. Well, hopefully you survive.
You know what? Hey, apologies to someone. I don't know who. But I'm going to turn on one of my fans.
Is it the foot fan?
It's the foot fan. We all know. We know what it is.
Alright, turn it on. I want to see if we can hear it before we go into the episode.
Okay. It is on.
Okay, I don't hear it, so.
Okay, cool. We're epic. My feet are not hot. Temperature-wise.
That really makes a difference. Anyway, in this episode, Peter calls in sick at work so he can go to the Red Sox game with his family. At the game, he sees his boss, Mr. Weed, and he gets in trouble. At his meeting with Mr. Weed the next day, it turns out El Dorado Cigarette Company has bought out the toy company to have them make toys that advertise tobacco to kids. Lois finds this out and thinks it's reprehensible and makes Peter tell his boss to stop it. At the meeting, the boss offers Peter a promotion to president to stop him. Peter accepts and becomes a worthless boss. The family enjoys the variety of perks the company offers, except Brian, who stops smoking out of disgust for Peter. When the El Dorado execs find that there's a new anti-smoking bill going to Congress, they send Peter to lobby the politicians against it. Peter brings them to a strip club. Brian gets angry because of nicotine withdrawal. Stewie starts smoking, and Lois opposes Peter's job. Peter goes to speak before the Congress and nearly convinces him to block the anti-smoking bill when he sees Stewie coughing and starts to go against smoking. Congress passes the anti-smoking bill and destroys El Dorado. There's an end screen that looks a lot like American Dad. There's a fourth wall break at the end for an anti-stripper killing PSA.
Wait, what was the American Dad thing?
There was just like a flag shot that looks really similar to the opening of American Dad.
Oh my god. Foreshadow?
Maybe. When he's like, oh. Remember season 3, episode 3? Mr. Griffin Goes to Washington? That's what I'm going to base my new show off of.
Except it's not Mr. Griffin, it's someone else.
It's Stan Smith. And he loves America.
Oh my god. But it's actually a satire on America. For a few seasons, and then it just kind of turns to shit. When Bush left office.
Dude, you must have been so high to think of that.
Dude, he must have been fucking baked, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so I need to get into this for Seth MacFarlane. I'm working on a theory right now. I think there was a Mandela effect about him.
What do you mean?
I think there are two different timelines or two different memories of Seth MacFarlane, and one, people remember Seth MacFarlane as a white man. In the other, people remember Seth MacFarlane as part Asian.
We've talked about this before.
I know. But I was talking to my friend the other day, and he also thought Seth MacFarlane was part Asian, and then he looked it up, he couldn't find anything about it either. So I'm starting to think this is more than just a me thing, and this is like a real deal, like Mandela effect.
I don't know if I'd call it a Mandela effect, because there's not people running around saying Seth MacFarlane is part Asian.
Well, that's because enough people haven't woken up about it, because Seth MacFarlane doesn't come up enough that you were challenged on whether or not he's part Asian or not, you know, like...
Yeah, but I guess it's not like people are watching TV with their buds and like a commercial for the Orville comes on, and then someone's like, yo, it's that Korean guy, Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, like, that just doesn't happen. Like, Seth MacFarlane's not popular enough for people to really realize that there's a Mandela effect on. No one's ever got popular, no one's got popping on Reddit or Twitter saying, like, does anyone else remember when Seth MacFarlane was part Asian?
Yeah, and I will admit to thinking that Seth MacFarlane was probably Asian, but never enough to, like, look it up, although I think I have once. I think I mentioned that last time we talked about this too, which is weird.
See, everyone thinks he's part Asian, but he's not.
No. What, is he just like pure English?
I'm pretty sure he's just white on white.
Yeah,
let me look it up one more time. Seth MacFarlane race. Because he has English, Scottish, and Irish ancestry. No Asian.
White on debatably white. 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
he was born in New England. Here, let me just search.
Yeah.
Is Seth MacFarlane Jewish?
Don't think so.
No, does not appear to be. Is Seth MacFarlane Asian? No.
No?
Yeah, when you search, is Seth MacFarlane Asian, all you find is, one, people accusing Seth MacFarlane of being racist towards Asians,
mm-hmm.
and two, the Asian identity, like, supremacist subreddit that was comparing Seth MacFarlane to, like, an Elliot Rodger type figure that I already read on an earlier episode.
Yeah, and if you look at pictures of both of them, they do have a similar look.
So, like, that's it. But clearly people remember him as being part Asian, so something's up.
Yeah, because it's when he smiles, and even just when he looks normal, god damn it, even when he just has a neutral expression. Whatever. Anyway, with a neutral expression on his face, he kind of has like an Asian look to his eyes, you know?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I have a
the
couple
thing is,
friends
like-
though, who when they laugh or smile really wide, they look Asian too, because their eyes. This feels so weird to talk about in that way, but like their eyes, I don't know if I can say it, but like their eyes slant. They get, I don't know, God, dude, I don't know how to describe it. It all sounds so racist when it comes out of my mouth. But yeah, I mean, they look Asian when they smile, like their eyes closed. They have the, whatever, you know what I'm saying.
This is the episode we're getting canceled for.
And I'm being so genuine. How do I describe stereotypical the average Asian eye without like sounding racist? I don't know. Can you do it?
I think we should just move on before we end up deeper in a hole.
Yeah, dude. I'm.
So yeah, without trying to describe his Asian features and trying to do racial science, we're not going to break out the calipers here and measure his skull.
Yeah,
I just remember hearing that he was part Asian.
we're not gonna do like a deep Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan, Charlie Kirk dive on what races are like actually. The Asian characteristic versus the white characteristic.
Asians be like this. White people be like this.
The old Chris Rock bit.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, but this is not a racial science pod. This is a Family Guy podcast. And so whether or not Seth MacFarlane is Asian and whether or not that's a Mandela effect, well, it is important. It's not the episode.
Well, I mean, if you think about
what
it,
did?
Family Guy and racial science kind of go hand in hand.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get to the racial science episode. Okay. Okay. Well, while we're on the topic, I would just like to say, if I were to break out the calipers and try to measure the skulls of the Family Guy cast, what the hell race would Stewie come up as?
That's really hard. I don't know. He would come up as white. Hold on, let me Google.
No, dude. There's no dude. Have you ever seen a real life white kid with a football head?
Well, hey, here is an NBC News article from 2012. White Americans' heads are getting bigger. Literally, study shows.
Brain blast.
Yeah. So, Jimmy Neutron's is vertical. Stewie and Hey Arnold's are horizontal. So, if you take the graph, you know, Hey Arnold and Stewie on the x-axis and Jimmy Neutron on the y-axis, there's a point in the middle where they meet, and then we have people in like 100 years' time being like fucking MODOK from Marvel. And I don't know if you know MODOK, but I am gonna send you a picture.
He's the little small man in the chair, and like he is the chair, right?
Technically, yeah, he is a small man in a chair.
Hell yes.
But he is also
I know a lot about that kind of stuff.
he is 90% head.
Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, that might be where we're heading towards in evolution, because condensing. That's one funny.
Imagine
fella.
you and me just time travel like 100 years from now, and that's all we see. Or maybe okay, no, let's do 1,000 years. That's more likely because we could probably still be alive 100 years from now. So me and you go to the future, and instead of seeing some like Wall-E dystopia, where all the fat people are just sitting in chairs watching TVs that are hooked to their chairs and flying around having a good time, not doing anything. What if everything was exactly the same, but everyone looked like MODOK?
Dude, I'd want to go home immediately. Like, I wouldn't want to know anything that's happened in the last 1,000 years. I want to know anything about how technology has progressed. I would just want to go home where things are normal.
Get me the fuck out of there, dude. MODOK, he could probably vore you,
Probably. He looks like he has a pretty big.
Well,
mouth.
I don't think he could actually eat you though, because his body is pretty tiny. Unless that whole thing is his
True.
body. I'm actually
Well,
not...
How?
Yeah.
Wait. How big is he supposed to be? Because I'm imagining him like the size of an egg.
No, he's a
now.
giant. He is a giant,
Oh.
giant man.
Like, we're talking like 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 20
Here,
feet?
I'm going to send you another panel.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my, yeah, okay, that's a big-ass dude. He looks like maybe like... I mean, this is all perspective, really. But he looks he's at least 1.5 people. Maybe
Yeah,
2
and he's
people.
definitely the girth of 3 people, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And Captain America is in this panel. He's definitely a sizable man. So if you're the size of Captain America, America's ass, you can't get vored by MODOK. But what if you were the average? What if you were Ben Shapiro size?
I think Ben Shapiro would definitely go down the hatch.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I think about, though, with looking at MODOK is... I feel like that'd be a weakness with such a big head. Or, like, does he have, like, an elephant skull? Like, because, I mean... Imagine, like, getting, like, bonked in that big old brain and, like, sending vibrations all through it.
Well, he's probably got, like, elephantitis
That'd
in his skull. Okay, on this page I have a picture of Donald Trump as MODOK. That's... okay. Whatever. Yeah, good one, guys.
Imagine just drilling through his skull.
Yeah.
MODOK's, not Donald
Imagine
Trump's.
doing both.
No, that's going to get us taken away.
Who's going to take us?
That's going to get us disappeared.
No. I don't think so.
Oh, dude.
We're white. We're fine.
We were... Oh, yeah, true. You're right. We haven't gotten to the stage where we start disappearing white people yet.
Okay, let's walk back a little bit. Let's not be Jimmy Kimmel over here. Do you see that?
Dude, I'm not doing blackface.
No, when he was hosting the Emmys, he said he was going to report John Oliver to ICE.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
No, well, I wasn't saying that was a good thing that we aren't killing white people yet. I just meant that, like, at this stage of America's descent into authoritarianism, we have not started disappearing the white people yet. Because we're still too racist to do that.
I don't know. All kinds of people are getting taken from the protests and driven around, so... Driven around. That sounds so fucking stupid. And just getting taken.
They're taking him from the protesters, taking him on a drive.
Hey, get in! We're going around the block. Come on.
Come on, it'll be fun. You don't need to protest.
Yeah, come on. We got Dad's Mustang. Let's go. MODOK is fucking stupid. I think he can... He's got, that thing on his head. He's got a laser blast out of there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know jack shit about MODOK other than he was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and the current Avengers game. So let's take a... What else you got going on? What's up? Yeah.
For the episode? I'll
Cool.
cover out a lot of stuff. I thought this was a pretty good episode.
Oh, the show. Yeah. Yeah, I did too. This was a huge turnaround from last week.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this episode should have been a pilot, in my opinion.
Hey, Seth, you should have had this idea first.
Yeah. I mean, how close are these episodes are made like long in advance. They could have switched the order at any point.
Yeah, for the season 3, this was made a while after 1 and 2. But 1 and 2, since they were originally the same season, they were made pretty close together. I actually don't know, because like it takes like 6-8 months to make a single episode. So that's always fascinated me. I've never known how they can have such a quick turnaround with these, unless like they're just constantly doing it.
Wait, you said it takes them 6 to 8 months. That's not a very
No,
fast
but I mean
turnaround.
like to do like the 22 episode seasons. and like have one of those prepped every year.
Yeah. Well, I imagine just because they take that long, it's like they're working on pretty much all of them.
Yeah, and like are they just constantly working like through the year on those episodes? Like I wonder when they finish an episode, when that one airs, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I know in the anime industry, they finish episodes like most shows will finish like the week it's going live. So they cut it really close, but I'm pretty sure with like something like Family Guy, it's a bit longer in between.
Yeah. That's a good point. Although anime and Western animation are pretty different. Anime, well, the big ones, those never stop. They're always going. It seems like.
Yeah.
But with this, there's summer breaks between the episodes. Like the show will run to like May or June and then not premiere until September, October.
I'm digging into the lore. Let's see exactly how long it takes to make an episode of Family Guy. It takes 10 months. And then what the hell? It take up to a year to make a single episode?
Sorry, I was taking a sippy.
Oh, how long does it take to watch every episode of Family Guy? 7 days, 5 hours.
Let's get started.
Cool. What? I don't fucking care anymore about how long it takes to make Family Guy.
Yeah, hey, if you know how long it takes, if you know the answer to what we're talking about, let us know. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't care anymore. I thought this episode was pretty funny. I mean, maybe it's not the hardest I've ever laughed at an episode. I think the hardest single laugh was the foot joke in season 2, episode 21.
The foot joke. 21. Oh, right.
Yeah, forefather. With yeah. But I did think this is definitely one of the more consistently funny episodes. Maybe one of the best in terms of overall funniness, or at least in probably top 3 of what I've seen so far. I think also just in this episode, it feels like they have the joke per minute up a lot more compared to some of the earlier episodes.
Yeah, and this is an episode where I was enjoying myself more, because I say this every time, but every time I come up, or we are about to watch an episode that I think is one of my favorites, I'm always super nervous.
Yeah.
And this one, thankfully, did not screw me over.
Hell yeah. Yeah, whenever I watch Family Guy, most of the time it's like, oh man, I gotta watch Family Guy. And I get on Hulu, I see my keep watching list, all anime, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg biopic, and then Family Guy. And it's like, well, I guess I gotta do what I gotta do today. But this episode's pretty good.
Baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. Speaking of babies, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Important lore dump at the beginning, even though it was a literal dream that Lois was having. Lois smoked pot when she was pregnant with Stewie.
And also, another Stewie lore fact is we found out that Stewie is 1 year old as of right now.
That still?
Which
yeah, I mean he did have that birthday party.
Still
in season 1.
That was his first birthday.
And Peter is 42.
Since, I guess. Yeah, and I don't think 1 year olds are supposed to walk. I also don't think they're supposed to have a
I don't think they're supposed to talk either, or have a secret lab, or want to kill their mothers. But hey, I'm not the one writing the show. Obviously, it works. So,
I guess this is a cartoon. I guess they are supposed to be kind of wacky by definition.
Yeah, there's some suspension of disbelief you have to go through when you watch a TV show like The Simpsons. Like watching it now, how is Homer affording that house on his salary?
Also,
why are they all yellow, except for Lenny, except for Carl.
Oh.
and Apu. Like, why can't everyone be yellow?
Yeah. Why are white people just yellow? Like, they're not yellow people. They're just white yellow people.
Have you ever watched Doug?
Not really, but I'm aware of Doug.
Everyone in that show, except for Doug and Patty, was not a normal skin color. I can. Like, even Doug's sister was just straight up orange. Oh. And then, oh, you're gonna get a kick out of this one. His neighbor, Mr. Dink, and his wife, they're both like turquoise. They're the color that Doug's dog Porkchop is. And
What the fuck?
And Skeeter's a similar shade of blue.
I think the reason why is because if Doug
is Caucasian,
Doug's white, right? Yeah. If Doug was blue, they would have trouble connecting with him, and they'd be like, "What? Who is that blue monster?" And they wouldn't buy any of the Doug toys. They wouldn't buy any of the Doug merch. They wouldn't have the Doug hats, the Doug T-shirts, and so they had to make Doug white.
You see, I get that, but Doug is the character I identify with the least, and I like the least.
Yeah, well, that sucks. But how many Doug hats do you have? Exactly.
You're right. Now there is this thing here. Skeeter, I'm gonna send you a picture of Skeeter, and this is not an official still from the show, but bear with me here.
Okay.
So Skeeter is kind of dressed like the Flash.
Yes.
So, what the fuck?
Oh, sorry, I don't know. I have a few more important things to address.
What do you
in this picture. So, just to describe it, there is the titular Doug, who is standing there, and it appears for some reason, roughly where his nipples are, his shirt is slightly a bluer color. I don't know if it's true to the source material or not.
Wait,
I'm not a Doug lore nerd.
Doug's shirt is blue by his nips?
Is slight.
I think it's your monitor. I don't see any blue on Doug.
If you... Well, I'm going to open this on my phone.
Yeah, I think you're crazy, man. Also, Doug is immensely cross-eyed. No, you don't. You don't know shit about nips.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, dude.
No, it...
Yeah, no. I still see it. It's like very, very, very light. It's more pronounced on my monitor than it is on my phone.
It's not blue for me, but it's so...
Very...
It's a slightly different shade of green than his vest is. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah, I got the nipple vision on because that's why I can see it more clearly. Next to him is a massive, imposing purple man with Mr. Dink, who is wearing a jacket. Under that, he's wearing a turtleneck sweater, and then he's wearing what appears to be red spandex around his enormous dong and ball sack, with a green $ sign emblazoned on it, right on the ball. And to his right is Skeeter, who is blue and wearing the Flash, and they are in front of a real life background of what appears to be some sort of creepy cabin in the woods. It doesn't look too far from society, so I don't think it should be ominous and imposing, but it kind of is, because it's like really dark compared to the background of the trees.
Yeah, and to give a greater context, Mr. Dink is Doug's neighbor. His name is Dink, not...
We need to put this picture in the
So Mr. Dink, Dink, dual income, no kids. He and his wife obviously have no kids. But he is this mentor uncle figure towards Doug. He always has some crazy shit going on. Yeah.
Oh, and I'd also like to point out that maybe this is just the resting posture, but it kind of looks like both Doug and Skeeter are about to fondle his nutsack with their hands. It looks like they're both going in for.
I think that is the implication. Yeah. Skeeter doesn't look too happy about it, and Doug's just kind of got his stupid dipshit face.
Skeeter looks like he was like roped into this, and he's kind of confused, but he's not like opposed to it. But he's like, "Is this okay for us to be doing right now?"
Yeah, everyone in this picture is 18, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
I'm gonna close this picture. Also, to give some greater context about what they're wearing, Mr. Dink is wearing a brown blazer and a red Speedo, like banana hammock. He's got quite a hefty hammock going on there.
Well, it's not like a hammock. It looks more.
I think that's
like
just
shorts.
a artistic liberty they took here.
Oh, I think if it's an artistic liberty, then they're drawing what they're drawing. They're making something new.
Maybe you should take this up with the artist.
Sleeves with long sleeves. That just means I drew him with long sleeves on.
Yeah, you could. It's your artistic choice to swap his wardrobe.
Oh. Well, yeah, but you can't say it was his artistic impression of a banana.
Okay, look,
because he just drew him wearing shorts.
Maybe you're right. I don't want to admit
Right,
it.
listen here.
So let's agree to disagree here. And yeah, Skeeter
all right.
dressed like Flash.
Anyway.
That's the picture.
Yeah. Anyway, are you gonna smoke marijuana when you're pregnant?
Oh yeah.
I mean, out of my sample size of just Stewie, it seems like it's kind of for the best. Like, I mean, yeah, Stewie's evil, but that's probably because of other sins Lois has committed. But his enhanced intelligence, his massive noggin, and his rapid development. I mean, he can walk earlier, so he's both mentally and physically more developed than an average kid. That's all pop, baby.
Stewie
that's the miracle
was
drug.
an average kid that no one understands. Whatever. Fairly Odd Parents theme song, but about Stewie. I don't know the words. And that's that bit.
So yeah, I think smoking,
especially
marijuana,
marijuana,
is probably a good idea.
Because you do get the neurons firing that get you all funny and giggly and epic and like more horny and everything, and that kind of transfers onto the baby, minus the horniness, except for unless you're a horny baby, and that's kind of a lore dump I didn't think I'd be dropping right now, but I kind of forgot about it until I said it. Yeah, that all transfers to the baby, and they get all that, and then you get a baby like Stewie, and like that just changes the world. So I think everyone should smoke pot when they're pregnant.
Yeah, and I mean, when you smoke weed for the first time, your cannabinoid receptors aren't activated. Like, you need to smoke it like a second time, and then like a lot of people when they smoke for the first time, they don't get really high, or they don't feel much because the receptors just aren't activated. But by smoking during the pregnancy, you can get the kid's cannabinoid receptors activated early. And I mean, so Stewie was smoking a cigarette and he was struggling, but that's just because cigarettes aren't good for him. He already has his cannabinoid receptors activated. He should have just been smoking
he should have just been smoking a fat doink.
Fine. He would have had a big old smile across his face. His eyes would have been red. And he would have been like, oh,
Brian, I just smoked weed, dude. I am so fucking high, Brian. I'm so fucking high. I'm gonna go smoke more fucking weed. Brian.
This is basically already the bit they did when
Stewie, I don't think you should be smoking weed.
Ago.
You're a baby, and I'm a dog. You are a stupid baby with a football head, Stewie. Brian, the weed brownie. Brian. Stewie Smoke Weed, my favorite episode.
Have you ever met people who are like so fried by weed that they can only talk
Dude,
about
I went to
weed?
high school in Southern California, and I don't want to pull out the I live in California. Everyone here's a fucking druggie. But I was in high school around the time that legal marijuana was going to be a thing in Colorado. And so it was already getting like decriminalized here.
Oh right, I thought
So
I've convinced myself that you are
yeah,
a lot older than you actually
contrary
are.
to our official messaging, but I'm not actually 40. I'm 34.
And did you
No.
ever tell our friend that you're not actually like 30? Well,
I don't
I
know
don't
if
think he
he
watches
actually
anymore,
even
so it should be
believed that,
fine.
but shit, man. I just turned 28. Sorry, I mean, I just turned 34.
Damn,
I just turned 17.
I just turned 42.
In dog years.
Just like Peter.
I'm Peter.
But yeah, anyway, back to the people you knew.
I was friends with some real fucking burnouts, and they were so fucking annoying. You know, the kind of like, oh, you want to smoke weed, bro? Blaze it, huh? And then we had this thing where everyone was saying pack it, like, hey, let's go pack it. And then they had this hand gesture where open palm, and then you take the side of your fist and then just put them together, like palm to the thumbs. Be like, hey, pack it. So like,
Wait. So like, you have your open palm, and then you take your fist, and then you invert it.
well,
So you
stick
put
your
thumb to
hand
palm.
straight out, or like so your palm is
Like, straight out,
parallel to the
like-
floor,
Okay.
and then close your fist.
Yeah.
Yes, and then
Yeah,
take
my
your
fist is
open
also
palm
parallel to
and
the
just
floor.
move it to the
Okay.
side of the hand. Like,
Okay. I thought it'd
What
be
do
the
you
other way around.
you should be hitting where your index finger is curling in,
I thought
and
it'd
then the top of your thumb, or the outside of your thumb.
Oh, wait. So I'm moving my my palm up.
No, okay, here, I'm gonna send you
Or,
a little video
like,
here, okay? Entertain
am I supposed to be holding
the audience here.
Wait. Can you save
Yeah,
this video so we can put it in?
I'm gonna find a way to do this. Hold on. I'm gonna turn on my flashlight.
Okay. Yeah. Hey audience, I just want to first off apologize. We've been talking about a lot of visual things this episode with the image descriptions, MODOK, and now this video, but we're gonna try to put a little video in for the YouTube episode, and this will make me actually upload the
right.
YouTube episodes. 'Cause you know I'm bad at that. Yeah, you're right. Nerds would never going up on YouTube.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. I hope everyone's doing well. I imagine most of our viewers are probably about school age. I would imagine probably a lot of high school, college, maybe just out. I hope everyone's doing well. Online classes are kind of rough for me right now. They kind of suck. They just suck ass. They're not fun at all. So I imagine a lot of people in a similar boat. Keep your head up.
I don't know how to do this without like putting myself in the
What
video.
happened?
This is. Oh man, this sucks.
Just put a big sticker.
Oh
over
wait,
your
you know what
face
I'm gonna
and
do?
stuff, so it's just your hands.
Here, I'm gonna put my phone in my mouth and then do
What?
it. Okay.
Oh hell yeah! So yeah, everyone, just please stay patient. We're gonna have a pretty sick ass video for you coming up.
Yeah, no, we're gonna keep going
we could
because
totally just
you
edit
know what
this
we
out.
like to do,
What's
just
the
like
fun in
Family
that?
Guy. We like to waste your time. So let's go. All right.
Yeah.
No.
Kinda
Keep talking.
Are you ready? Do I need to keep talking? Okay. All right. I think it's kind of crazy the views we've been getting. 'Cause we haven't put ourselves out or advertised, but now we have an average of 100 views per episode, which is more than I ever really like. I mean, there's always part of me that's like, yeah, we'll blow up. We'll be the Family Guy podcast, but I mean, realistically, like, it's very cool that we made it this far already. You know, I enjoy my time as one of the hosts of the Funnycast. Give me some schedule, give me some structure in my life. You know, I've always found it hard to find structure in my life.
It kind of looks like I have a
I'm not
cum
very
stain on my
organized
shirt, but it's
person
pancake
in my
batter.
day-to-day. I don't know if it's better or worse.
Yeah, you're right.
Having a cum stain is pretty epic.
Oh, wait, I'm stupid. I can do this.
Yeah.
I have 9% left on my
Yeah,
battery.
I mean, he's stupid, you know. Nice. Yeah, I mean, going back to his cum shirt. I'm always worried
Yeah.
though. I accidentally just like cum on my clothes and not know it. You know, because like sometimes like you know, I'm not about to strip down naked every single time I want to bust a nut. Because you know, sometimes you gotta, you know, you just gotta like. I need to focus. I need to work, but I'm kind of horny, so like I need to just eliminate my carnal desires real quick and then get back to what I'm doing. You don't want to strip down for that. You just want to drop your pants, crank your high, you know, just be in and out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not a good look. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
Not a good look.
I hope, God, if this fucking sucks, I'm so sorry, but, you know, I had fun
Alright.
having Sean ramble, so I think that's what matters here. I'm just gonna... Alright, I'm gonna send that to you, too.
alright.
Forgot about that.
I'm waiting for-
There you go, I sent it.
yeah. Alright.
Oh, no. So,
Not open, but I have to go through first. Wait, I didn't see it.
Oh my
I
God,
didn't
bro.
see
Maybe it
I
hasn't come through yet.
Did I open it too fast? I think I did. Send me the saved one.
Did you just tap through my fucking...
Sorry. Maybe.
No.
I thought I'd hear it
No.
when the epic video started.
God, you're a fucking babungus. No, you are. You're a fucking dink.
Don't say that.
You have no objections while we are
Bro.
talking about Mr. Dink, but as soon as I call you one... Oh, so that makes it okay.
Well, that's just his name.
Okay, it's sent. It fucking sent.
I think it makes it slightly better. Alright.
Nice one. I like that.
Thank you.
So what the
Alright, that's pretty funny.
what the-
That's not what I was imagining.
How were you doing it?
My hand was the wrong way. Like, my fingertips were, like, going, like, out, like, across.
I guess that can work too, but having your fingers
Yeah, because
up,
that's what I thought you were telling me to do.
feels more natural to me.
Yeah, this works,
Oh,
works
man.
a lot better. I
Well, that's
understand
gonna be a
the
fun
signal
5 minutes.
now. That's
Yeah.
a fun little edit. So to make up for this,
References?
we're gonna be super on topic.
Oh my God! I finish your
Yeah.
sentences,
Like-
except
That's exactly
I
what
start
was
them
gonna
before
say,
you
dude.
do.
Let's kiss. Anyway, the next reference is the Boston Red Sox. FDR. I didn't look up if this was a reference. but he calls
probably
the kid
from
Opie.
like,
Do you know what that one is?
what the? Okay, sorry, I turned on my other monitor. So, no, not fucking Opie and Anthony.
The Opie
Andy Griffith's
Anthony
show. He was Ron Howard's character.
Yeah. Andy Griffith, Mike Tyson, Gilbert, Lassie, Nudes on Ice, Martha Stewart. The music reference was to the sitcom That Girl, Anita Hill,
Baba Booey, Baba
The
Booey.
Howard Stern Show, specifically Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis, George W. Bush, Al Gore, Dick Armey, Jim Carrey, specifically Jim Carrey in The Mask, Schoolhouse Rock, specifically the I'm Just a Bill
Bob
up on
Dole.
Capitol Hill Bill, Bob Dole, Alyssa Milano.
All right. Let's go from the least interesting to
that's
the
all.
most. So I think that's gonna be. What did I pick? Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
This is a hard one to
I think
rank.
it's pretty easy. So Alyssa Milano, she was on Charmed for a while. Actually, she was also on a pretty famous sitcom that I'm not remembering. She was the titular Beaver.
Leave it to Beaver.
She was on Who's the Boss and Melrose Place. And then I remember her most from Charmed, because that's something my mom watched when I was a kid. And then most recently from Politics, where she's losing her fucking mind. Milano derangement syndrome, dude. God, she's I fucking
MDS.
hate this person so much. She is so fucking annoying.
Why?
Everything comes down to being about her rather than her stupid her political views. Like, oh, they're critical of me because they hate me. Like, she made, I mean, that is true, but that's not all of it. She made Me Too about her. She totally co-opted that. She threw it away when it benefited her to not give a shit about it anymore. And I fucking hate. Forbes is reporting about Milano derangement syndrome like it's a real fucking thing. Yes, it seems to spark a particular flavor of right-wing anger, and it has as much to do with Milano's confidence and fearlessness as it does with her positions. Beyond regular postings that reach her 3.7 million Twitter followers, Milano also hosts Sorry Not Sorry, a popular podcast in which she interviews leading political figures and activists on current political topics and issues. She also hasn't been shy about going beyond simple online activism, often putting her money and actions behind the causes she cares about. Vote! Vote! Let's get it trending. Vote. Okay, on 3, everyone say vote with us, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Vote. Okay. So I think if you did that with us,
1, 2, 3. Vote.
You have now voted in the United States election.
Yeah.
If you didn't say it with us, rewind a little bit and then say it with us, and then you'll have voted.
But the world shakes, the sound barrier shatters as a reverberation of
We've done it. We fought fascism. We took down Donald Trump. We took down the dang Cheeto in the White House. And ladies and gentlemen, mission accomplished.
Yeah. And thank God we took down that dang Cheeto, because now we have Joe Biden. Joe Biden, fun fact about
wait,
is rather
this,
important.
I'm sorry.
Reference to
the next
Anita Hill
paragraph, the final paragraph in this article is so fucking dumb I have to read it. The fact is, Milano frustrates her critics because, despite her celebrity status, she is real. Like much of America, she is sometimes angry. Other times, she is optimistic. She is on a quest to learn how to change the world for the better, and then she takes her best shot at making it happen. Her detractors might lament the so-called fake news, but as hard as they try to paint her as a fraud, there is nothing fake about Alyssa Milano. She is real, she is ready, and she is relentless. And to those who constantly attack her, that's not a lie. It's a threat. Holy fuck. Play that gif of Eric Wareheim doing the mind-blown thing. Like, whoa, holy fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, Nikki, put in the things we're asking for.
David Dobrik, you know the one, Nikki.
Pack it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go into Anita Hill. You don't know, Anita Hill was a female lawyer who accused Clarence Thomas, this time still a judge, of... I don't think she ever accused him directly of like sexual abuse or sexual assault, but just of like sexual harassment and just being a general real creepy guy around her. And the reason why Joe Biden is relevant is because he was the head of the Senate Judiciary Committee, so he was presiding over the conferment hearings or whatever. And yeah, he was really grilling Anita Hill. People were, Joe,
I just had a
done
memory
that one.
Flashback of watching I Love the 90s on VH1. And that was a show where each episode would be funny comedians and other people talking about what happened in this year. And see, what year was the Anita Hill? Oh, yeah.
I think it's 91.
Yeah, it was 91.
Was it
so
91?
I remember all the comedians just making fun of the Anita Hill trial or hearing or testimony. Sorry. I remember them specifically laughing about him putting a pube on a Coke can and just like making fun of her. And like as a kid, I thought that was funny. I was like 12, 13. I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
There's a pube.
Yeah, and haha, funny man put a pube on her
really
can of Coke.
the concept of empathy yet.
But these people were all like 30, 40 something years old at the time. Like, yeah, bunch of fucking sociopaths.
Should have by now developed empathy. Not necessarily a guarantee though. Yeah. But yeah, the Anita Hill trial was like a pretty big deal. Clarence Thomas was like, "No, this is a high-tech lynching." Because you don't want to see the conservative black man win. I mean, pretty similar to the Kavanaugh trial that happened 2 years ago now. Both cases, those conservative justices got through. And who knows what we're in store for when the next conservative justice goes in soon. Now that,
boy, did she ascend.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg has ascended to heaven.
She went kicking and screaming up to Ruth Conda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everyone on the count of 3, say, well, don't say anything. Just do the Wakanda Forever salute. Okay, for Ruth. Okay, on 3, say for Ruth, and then do the salute. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 for Ruth. Okay, if you didn't do it, go back and do it, and then we'll be on the same page.
Man, Dude, it's gotta suck being like Chadwick Boseman's family right now, and all you just see constantly are people just like pairing Ruth Bader Ginsburg with Chadwick Boseman for no real reason other than they were both famous people who died recently. Like,
yeah, for all we know, she probably fucking hated him.
I mean, Ruth Bader Ginsburg did speak out against Colin Kaepernick at first, and then she's like, "My bad, I didn't mean it." She also only hired one black clerk in her entire time. I'm not saying she was racist, but I'm also not saying she was like some like black. She's not a black icon or like a black civil rights leader or anything.
And she approved the fucking pipeline.
It just seems like this really arbitrary comparison because you just want to score like general woke points. It's like, yeah, I'm woke. I like Black Panther. Yeah, I'm woke. I like Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, and actually when she apologized to Kaepernick, it was reported that she said, LOL, JK, my bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that's stupid, and it's gotta be pretty shitty for your husband, your father, your brother. I don't know if he has any siblings, just to be like paired with this woman, just for like style points. Like,
God, it is so frustrating. Because especially like if you criticize her, you have all these people saying, she just died, give us some time. But when is that time going to be? Because after this, after her death, it's going to be like, she's dead, who cares? So should we just never talk about it? What's going on?
No, never talk about it, dude. We don't have time.
Yeah, we don't have time. There's so much stuff going on. Like, vote.
Yeah, I mean,
vote.
And I mean, from what I've heard, actually, no, I don't know enough of this. I don't want to go into this. I don't want to embarrass myself on the Funnycast again.
Oh, no, not again.
Not again.
We've never embarrassed ourselves on this show. Not once.
Never, ever. But yeah, I don't imagine that there'll ever be some sort of, like, consensus shifter on Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, we're just, like, moving on to the next thing. Before you know it, Trump's going to have his appointee picked out. He's going to try to push her through, because he did say it will be a woman. Because one thing I've also noticed in the Supreme Court history is, like, they try to, like, do this thing where, like, Thurgood Marshall, stepped down, and they replaced him with Clarence Thomas because, like, see, they're two black men, and now it's like, see, it's two women. So I mean, I guess it's pretty Supreme Court style to be posturing for woke points, so just like that.
Yeah.
Because both these times it's also been shifts from shifts to more conservative judges. So like Clarence Thomas was way more conservative than Thurgood Marshall, and Trump's appointee will surely be way more conservative than Ginsburg.
Oh yeah, he's gonna approve like Dana Lash or something.
Yeah,
because they don't have to be.
Point.
They don't have to be actual judges. They can be fucking anybody. They just have to win approval from the Senate.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a lot of the stuff with the Senate is just all about like getting like woke points, so like the Democratic Party will agree with you.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna be like, no conservative judges, and then the liberals are gonna be like, as long as she's a woman, I don't care.
Yeah, honestly, I think if like Trump tried to do like a compromise judge, she would get approved instantly. Like,
yeah, the compromise is her being a woman.
Hell yeah. But yeah, like if Trump was just like, all right, I'll give you a moderate, like yeah, sure, go for it.
I'll give you a moderate. I'll give you a Sarah Palin.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, enough about the Supreme Court. On to our final and most interesting reference, Dilbert.
Dilbert, the classic.
Hit it.
The Iliad, the Odyssey of our time, the Gulliver's travels of the 20th century. It's actually kind of depressing to think about, because Dilbert is, on paper, it's just a boring satire send-up of office culture. Not boring, but like if you're a kid, you don't really understand things, except for like, oh, he's got a funny dog, he's got a cat. The cat is an evil boss at his company. His actual boss has devil horn hair. And I lost the thread on that, but it was biting, smart satire of office culture, the cubicle shit. And then that's why it's just been so baffling these last 4 or 5 years that Scott Adams, who draws and writes Dilbert, has come out to be such a weird fucking Trumper. Just this weird fucking creep. Because if you read Dilbert, you wouldn't really get that at all. It's just baffling. It's weird.
Scott Adams just comes across as this really, like, sad man. Wait,
Yeah, and reading it, like, I have this book where...
It looks like he's at least pro-mask, so I gotta give him points for that.
Okay. That gets him, like, 1 point from me.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, we're, like, assuming that when we're looking at the Dilbert comics, that we can trust that this is, like, ironic and comedic, and sarcastic.
Yeah.
But maybe this is playing straight. Like, in this comic, he has this character say, "Freedom demands that you go to crowded indoor spaces without wearing your mask." Maybe that's sincere, and that's what he honestly believes.
It's just so fucking weird. You can't tell if it's satire or not. So they have.
He also married a really hot woman.
Yeah, she's like 30 years younger than him too.
Yeah, she's like 29. He's 65.
Wow. Yeah, Dilbert's been going on for like over 30 years, I guess.
How old is he? I just had it open. He's 63. So yeah, only a 34-year age difference. All good. When she was born, he was 34. Or he was 31.
Talk about a problematic age gap.
29. I can't do anymore.
Hey, what the fuck? There's a Dilbert video game.
What?
Oh, it's just one of those dumb 90s PC games. It's a collection of Dilbert-related games.
Dude, I want to play the fucking Dilbert game.
I would... I wonder if this works. Dude, should this be a Funnycast Let's Play?
Hell yes. But yeah, what I will say, in credit to Dilbert, is one of my favorite classic YouTube videos are Dilbert 1 and 3, or 1, 2, and 3, like 1 to 3. Made by actually the same guy who made Shrek Is Love, Shrek Is Life, I believe.
Oh.
That's what I remember hearing.
Oh. Believable.
Yeah. I just really like Dilbert 1 and 3. It's just really like surrealist. It was one of the first like things that's like, dude, you're high, watch this. And but in its defense, I think it's still pretty funny. Especially Dilbert 3.
Hey,
Also, yeah. Credits for creating or being part of the process to create Dilbert 1 through 3, Scott Adams.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. I have a question. So we both agreed smoking is objectively cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and obviously the main crux of this episode is smoking and smoking propaganda.
Yeah.
Working, because Stewie starts smoking near the end.
Mm-hmm.
So all that aside, has smoking propaganda, pro-smoking propaganda by the companies, has that ever worked for you?
Pro smoking? I
Yeah,
don't
or like,
think
did
so.
you ever? Well, you wouldn't have been alive when Joe Camel was a thing. That's a reference we missed. One of the smoking ads.
Oh no, Camels.
One of the smoking ads was Peter as Joe Camel, who was this anthropomorphic camel who had sunglasses and a leather jacket, basically dressed like a greaser, and he would just say,
"Hell yeah, he did."
He'd say, "Hey, smoke my cigarettes."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still think like the smoking aesthetic can be cool, and I don't like smoking cigarettes though. Like, those are two different things for me. I smoked one cigarette. I went, yeah, not very cool. And also, like, we already had vapes at the time. I also don't like vaping.
Yeah, you are not part of the smoking generation, I guess.
Yeah, but like smoking was like really like I mean, I had some friends that smoked a little bit, but I only knew like one guy in my high school. A lot of the exchange kids smoked, but like for the non-exchange kids, I only know like one guy who like really smoked for a time. But I knew some other people who would smoke occasionally, or like at like parties and shit. But vaping, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, vaping is absolutely poison. It's fucked up how easy it is to get hooked on nicotine and shit with a vape.
Yeah, I just don't like nicotine. That's the thing. 'Cause like compared to something like weed, you smoke weed, you're done, and you're high for a couple hours, however long. With nicotine, it's like constant, like little hits, and like it always just irritated me, and I didn't think the feeling was worth it.
Yeah, I have not. I might have had like 1 or 2 cigarettes in my life. I have asthma, so smoking is not something I should do. But it's not the same thing. But sometimes I'll smoke a cigar.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to inhale that though, so I'm not inhaling it, which is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the cigars are
quote unquote okay.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as like cigars are like an occasional thing you're doing, like only for like good events or like when you get together with some friends. It's been like
2 years.
Frequently. It's like, it's really like not that big a deal if you smoke a couple. Like, how like a pack of cigarettes is like 5 minutes off your lifespan. You could smoke a lot of packs before you even have a day off your lifespan.
Whoa. You're making it sound pretty sweet.
Let me see what that statistic is. How much of your life do you lose per cigarette? Like it's a video game. Each cigarette shortens your lifespan from 7 to 11 minutes. So like, what? There's 4 times 60. You can smoke at least 130 cigarettes before you lose a day of your life. So, like, that's a lot of cigarettes, you know?
Whoa. Okay. Well, you're making it,
I'm making a pretty good argument for smoking right now. No, all my point is, though, is if it's something that's, like, infrequent or only on, like, very rare occasions, like, you can afford it. You're probably going to die of something. You're probably going to die of some environmental-related policy at this point. So, like, enjoy life while you have your time.
Yeah. I was just asking because
Yeah.
it seems like we're the generations after where smoking hasn't been eliminated, and especially just like not nicotine consumption in general, what with vaping and all. But like, I don't see people smoking anymore. For the most part.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's weird. I don't see people smoking, but I also don't really see much of a stigma around smoking anymore. Either.
Yeah.
I mean, also it might just be like my age demographic. Like we're all kids, basically, you know. So like, it's still cool to smoke.
Yeah, I mean, no, smoking is objectively cool.
Yeah, but yeah. I don't know many people who smoke. But also like, I don't know many people who care either. Like.
Yeah. How about dip?
Dip? No, dip's not popular.
It's not popular around me either.
I
But do you know anyone
I
who's
do
dipped?
know. I sold dip to
Whoa,
a kid once, actually.
cool.
Yeah, we were doing like this thing for school. We were picking up trash. This was probably like freshman year,
Mhm.
I think. We were picking up trash, and there was like a ton of dip canisters around where we were. We were at like this like central area near our town. There's just like, so much like dip related stuff. I'm picking it all up, and I noticed one's like pretty much full still. And I offered this guy who's a year above me. I don't remember how much it is. Like $7 for like one like baggie of the dip. Yeah. He later went on to sell drugs, so I don't know if I caused that, but
Well,
like,
You did what you could.
no, I didn't. I did what
You
I
did what you
though.
had to do, and that was make a buck.
Yeah, and then I kept some of the dip. I'm like, I'll try this one day, and then I never did. I might still have it.
Yeah,
think
I
did
wouldn't
that,
fuck with dip.
And it's also like 4-year-old dip
Yeah,
at this point.
dip is horrible. They should bring back Joe
Yeah.
Camel. He was cool. I'm gonna
Mhm.
look him up.
It is nice to pack a fat lip.
Yeah,
you know?
dip doesn't look cool, but I'm not gonna say it looks fun, but I like watching characters in movies like Dip.
Mhm.
It's weird. Let's look up if there's any porn of Joe Camel. There is.
I'm
Not
sure
much.
there is. Damn.
I don't know, 'cause he's
I
pretty
know.
hot. He was the mascot for Camel cigarettes
yeah, he
from
is.
late 87 to July 12th, 1997.
Mhm.
Huh.
Well, anyway, I don't have too much more to say about this episode, but there is one thing I found out today while doing some research for the references that I'd like to
Okay,
share
yeah, let's
with
close out with
everyone.
this.
So, I was trying to figure out why exactly you would say Baba Booey, Howard
Oh,
Stern's
yeah.
penis.
Yeah.
And so I found out the first things first, Baba Booey was a Howard Stern in-joke because his producer, Gary Del Abate, was talking about a comic cell he had called Baba Louie, but he called it Baba Booey. And so Howard Stern started calling him that to make fun of him. Then Howard Stern started encouraging people to go like on camera and like interrupt news broadcasts and say Baba Booey, Baba Booey,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then specifically, the Baba Booeys were. Well, I need to find the exact man who expanded the Baba Booey universe.
The Baba Booey
What's his
cinematic
name? What's his
universe.
name? Baba Booey court case. Joey Boots, or Joseph Basilino, who apparently is a frequent contributor to the Howard Stern show, added in the Howard Stern's penis part. And he jumped on a news broadcast and got in trouble for it. He got like a ticket for disorderly conduct, and he fought it in court. And the article that was written about it is really funny, unintentionally. This part's the part that is really funny. The interviewer says, "Why does buoy bombing appeal to you so much?" He says, "I'm a member of Howard Stern's Whack Pack. I've been on the show numerous times. I'm well known in the Howard Stern community, so it gives me joy. It gives me pleasure when people appreciate the funny things that I do, like the buoy bomb, or seeing me on camera. It just gives a lot of people a lot of pleasure and a lot of happiness, and that helps me, man. You know, it's almost cathartic for me to do this." The interviewer then asks, "Why do you need catharsis, though?" And he says, "I was in the military 6 years, and I live with PTSD.
Oh, man. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, we can't close out with this. We didn't do our favorite joke.
Oh, yes.
Whoa. Yes.
Yes. I really liked the when Lois goes, "Why did I smoke pot with you?" At the beginning. I also liked when I didn't like it, but like I thought the clicking noise like Peter's new boss made was a funny little like recurring thing. It didn't wear on me.
I don't remember that.
On a lot of the things, the end's like, you know, just going like a. I can't do a good one for the mic, like a clicking noise with his mouth, and it does like a finger gun.
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Um.
Yes.
Oh wait. There is one. Actually, say your favorite joke, but there's actually one important thing I want to talk about.
Shit. Well, I have two. So the street math with the two guys waiting on the corner for their friend. That was funny. Yeah, whatever. And then Peter inhaling a hot dog through his nose, eating it, and then snorting the mustard, and then like a minute later drinking the soda through his nostril too. That was funny. What's up?
Yeah.
What's your thing? Tell me.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry, I thought you really still wanted to talk about that. I've noticed that I feel like, at least from these first 3 episodes, and spoilers, I do actually know this next episode. It's one of the few episodes I have watched before before starting the podcast. It seems like in season 3, Family Guy's trying to move to be much more of like a. Instead of just making like pop culture references, they're trying to more like make like a statement, like, haha, look at how politicians be. They take money from big tobacco and kill strippers. You know, and the first episode they're talking about police. The second one has them making fun of like Hollywood culture. I think this is definitely a part where I feel like they're trying harder to be like irreverent and like, haha, look at how society is fricked the hell up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just like a general trend I've noticed coming from the first 2 seasons into season 3. I mean, it's only 3 episodes, and the 4th episode kind of fits with this. Not too much, but it's definitely more like.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's that episode.
You know.
Oh, I remember that one now.
Yeah, and so we'll see if this trend like holds up into season 3.
I think it will. So, this is totally unrelated, but I'm looking at the episodes on Hulu for season 3 to see if you're right or not.
Yeah. And
some of the thumbnails are for not season 3 episodes. Like for episode 5, that's a modern episode of Family Guy. And then
oh shit, let me see.
Yeah, episode 4.
Oh yeah, that is
14 and 16 as well.
Is. Oh yeah, this is like they're doing like an anime joke.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop was it, and Dragon Ball. And 16 has Brian happily looking at a laptop. Yeah, it was like this when I was watching on my TV too, so it's not just the browser version. They straight up got the wrong shit. Yeah.
That's
Want to go have a smoke?